we had the wonderful speech from our uniter last night. The uniter president. He's going to bring the country together. And, wow, has he done a good job of that or what?
Yeah, he's a pro. He's a pro.
Oh, man.
At finding a common cause to unite us on.
Right?
He said the word democracy 37 times, I'd like to point out.
Oh, good God!
20 minutes, 37 minutes.
37
and
times.
he would wedge it in at awkward moments that's like, all right, what are you doing? We understand what you're doing here, but it's not. It doesn't even flow, man.
Yeah, I mean, people don't think it's a big deal. Some, or many, probably. They don't, democracy, republic, whatever. It matters. It does, because they're doing this for a reason. This is why they changed the language on us. This is why, they don't call abortion abortion. They call it reproductive rights, because it changes it. It doesn't, reproductive rights sounds like, yeah, well, they deserve that. Yes, they should have reproductive rights. Jeez. Same with democracy. It is their code word for socialism because they're doing the social democracy. It's agonizing.
Sure is.
And he is the biggest liar to ever hold the office, which makes this initial clip we have all the more agonizing. Here's what he had to say.
This institution, this intimidation,
he screwed it up.
This violence against Democrats, Republicans, and nonpartisan officials just doing their jobs are the consequence of lies told for power and profit, lies of conspiracy and malice, lies repeated over and over.
Oh, my God.
Generate a cycle of anger, hate, vitriol, and even violence.
Like the lies he tells over and over. Pause it for just a second. Like the lie he tells about January 6th all the time, that 5 people were killed that day. No, that is not the case. Let's set Ashley Babbitt aside, who was killed that day by Capitol Police. The rest of them were not killed by anybody. Sicknick died of natural causes, couple of strokes, and then I believe 2 or 3 other police officers died in the aftermath committing suicide. Well, how do you attribute that to January 6th? You can't. You don't know that, January 6th was just so horrifying they couldn't live anymore? Come on. So talk about lies. They tell the biggest lies they possibly can over and over and over and over. The lies about this election denial stuff. They're the biggest election denialists on earth. They've been doing this since 2000 at least. Every election they lose, they deny every single one. And we've shown you that. We've proven that.
Yeah, and that's one of the things he said last night. Find out who's. He said there's over 300 people on the ballot who are election deniers.
What?
Somebody brought up a good
300?
point. 300? Yeah, somebody brought up a good point that. Stacey Abrams is on the ballot.
Is on the ballot.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But that's. that whole speech was geared. It was an 11th hour attempt for Joe Biden and the Democratic Party to go. January 6th, remember, election deniers, don't vote for that party.
They're trying desperately to throw whatever they can against the wall to save themselves because they know they're in huge trouble. They know there is a red tsunami coming at them, and they're trying everything they can to avoid it, but they can't. They can't avoid it. Anyway, let's hear the rest of this. We can stand it. The truth.
The very future of our nation depends on it.
You wouldn't know the truth if it smacked you in the face.
We're facing a defining moment.
That's true.
An inflection point.
Okay.
We must, with one overwhelming, unified voice, speak as a country.
Yeah, you're right.
Say there's no place
for your hate,
intimidation,
political
violence in America.
Sure. Okay, that's fine by me. I love how now they're so radically opposed to violence. All of a sudden, violence is the worst thing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Violence is never the answer. Okay, well, I mean, look at this portion of his speech. He began the speech by drawing a direct connection between January 6th and the storming of the Capitol building and last week's attack on Nancy Pelosi's husband, which we're going to delve into later, who was bludgeoned with a hammer by a deranged nudist in San Francisco. And he said, "We don't settle our differences in America with a riot, a mob." Wait, really? Huh. Seems like we do when you're in agreement with the rioters.
Yep.
The entire summer of 2020? Yes, it was 2020. So, it's been over 2 years now. You didn't do a thing about that.
No.
You never even talk about that.
No.
City after city was set on fire.
And in fact, don't forget when the leftist crowd surrounded the White House and President Trump had to go into the basement.
Right.
Did the left go, "Oh my gosh, guys, this is the presidency. This is the people's house. What are you doing?"
No, they mocked Trump for being a coward.
Precisely.
It's despicable. It's despicable. Oh, all of a sudden, riots and mobs are terrible. Wow. Okay. I can't. This is hard to hear for a second time. It was hard to hear the first time. Then, of course, you've got the dichotomy of Biden going after Donald Trump, whom he hates with just such a passion. But all the while, asking for unity. We got to be together on this.
Okay.
Check this out.
The issue couldn't be clearer in my view. We, the people, must decide whether we will have fair and free elections.
Mm-hmm.
And every vote counts. We, the people, must decide whether we're going to sustain a republic where reality is accepted,
He actually said
the
Republic.
law is
Wow.
obeyed,
Yeah.
Wow.
One time.
and your vote is truly sacred.
Mm-hmm.
We, the people, must decide whether the rule of law will prevail, or whether we will allow the dark forces that thirst for power
It's just a thrust, a
put ahead of the
thirst.
principles that we've long guided us. You know, American democracy is under attack because
American democracy is under
defeated
attack.
former president of the United States refuses to accept the results of the 2020 election.
Give me a break.
He refuses to
give me a
accept the will
break.
of the people. He refuses to accept the fact that he lost. He has abused his power and put the loyalty to himself before loyalty to the Constitution. He's made a big lie, an article of faith in the MAGA Republican Party, the minority of that party. The great irony about the 220 election
220.
is that it's the most attacked election
Pause
in
it
our
for a
history.
second.
That's the year.
And
It
yet,
was back in 220.
Yeah, it was the 220 election.
Oh, wow. That
Biden
was
versus Trump.
like 1,800 years ago.
No.
The election of 220 AD. Yeah, man. Those were the days, weren't they? They're not coming back. 220. He's so bad.
Yeah,
Please.
don't put numbers on the screen, man.
Go away. He can't do any numbers,
Yeah.
as we've noted many, many times, because, this comes
I'm just
out.
going to bring $1.7 trillion off the sidelines in investment.
That's so great.
It's just stunning.
All right, let's see if we can get through this clip. Oh, man.
There's no election in our history that we can be more certain of its results.
What? What? Where do you get off with that? Show me the facts backing that statement up.
You're trying too hard,
Oh,
Joe.
man. Wow.
If you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe to our channel so you'll be sure to see similar videos from Blaze TV with the added bonus of signaling YouTube that your voice and opinion still matters. And if you're looking for more great conservative content, check out one of the 2 videos suggested here.